Glovegate continues and Steve Cunningham is still confused. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Yo. Let's talk about it. Before I talk about it, ESPN Plus in the description box of all my videos may be a good time if you're interested. With everybody on lockdown, some people unfortunately not being at work and quarantine. So if you want to sign up for ESPN Plus to watch the original content, sign up below. You can also bundle ESPN Plus with Hulu and Disney Plus. All three of those ask for $12.99 a month. I have all three services. I use them. Definitely been utilizing them. Right now, I'm on Netflix watching the Tiger King, but I definitely getting used to these apps during this time, this quarantine time. Now, Steve Cunningham still has questions. Shout out to the boy Steve Cunningham. Shout out to my man Joey Spencer, right? So this is a recording from an interview he did.
And not only that, not only were they obviously people who say, oh, that didn't play any part in it, it definitely 100% was hitting with the bare knuckle. I literally, you can see it in the video. But not only that, it's not that this is just like I'm pulling that out of my rear. I'm not just saying like I believe that is my opinion. That is a real thing. Not only that, but he trained in Detroit for the early part of his career. I grew up in Michigan. I trained in Detroit my whole life. That was a thing that Detroit guys would teach and do in the gyms, and even in sparring. But even in amateur fights, they would put the gloves on that way, and they would loose and flappy, put the wrist on the knuckle on purpose, and they would actually teach you to do it. That's an old school trick that's been used in gyms in Michigan at least, and maybe even more than that, probably in more cases that we know of, for a long period of time. Ron Wright, they obviously.
Oh, wow. I know some of you guys probably had a difficult time hearing that, but Joey Spencer is from Michigan. He's from Linden, Michigan. Shout out to my guy. And he says that's an old school trick that was used. He's battled people and been in Michigan gyms and Detroit gyms his whole life. And that's something that people in Detroit would do, and utilize to gain leverage or advantage on their opponent. Punch with their hands, slightly ajar or whatever, which represents what you see in this exhibit A. The guy's glove is bending backwards. Like, you don't see that if there's a weighted object like knuckle and bone in that part. It wouldn't look baggy. It wouldn't look like it's just going its own way floppy, right? Steve Cunningham, he responded to Joey Spencer. He says, I don't know why a couple accomplished former world champions are acting like they don't see what they see. But shout out to this young future champion, Joey Spencer, for giving the world insight on the matter, and tons of fighters and coaches who have also. #Glovegate. Bro, and still, I told you, you see, before, this is what old media wanted to do. They wanted to relegate this issue with Tyson Fury, right? And they wanted to relegate it to just a couple of YouTubers and, a small issue. Steve Cunningham talked about it. He's a pro fighter. He's not like an amateur fighter that never made it. He's not just a YouTuber. Joey Spencer, he's not just a YouTuber. These are professional fighters, right? Joey Spencer's, about to be 10-0 soon, right? And they're saying and seeing what we see with the glove moving in a fashion that it should not be able to do. Now, I already talked about Steve Cunningham's initial video, and shout out to the man for sticking to his guns when, no pun intended, sticking to his guns and saying something looks odd despite how it's going to be received. In life, you cannot worry about how things will be perceived or received from others. You have to sometimes do what's right and do what's in your heart. The decisions that you make in life, especially as a man, the decisions that you make are not indicative of anyone else, because you shouldn't be moving through life as a true alpha male. You shouldn't be moving through life trying to tiptoe and walk on eggshells and make other people happy. You know, happiness comes from within either. Anyway, that's why I don't care what people think. I don't care if the Glovegate makes you stop watching my channel. Good. Cause you fired. Good riddance. Get off of my channel. I know what I seen. I know it hasn't been explained. So you guys can make all the excuses that you want. And it's so funny because another thing that we notice, as we know, there's race that plays a part in boxing. Now you have other people, like not just black fighters, because this is what they want to say, relegate the black channels. You know, Steve Cunningham was black and he noticed it. He said something about it. Charles Martin, you know, Young Pharaoh, me, you know, there's people who that was what old media tried to inform you, that just mad, angry black people are doing this, you know, like a Tyler Perry movie, Diary of a Mad Black Fight Fan, you know what I'm saying? But now you have other people of different ethnic backgrounds who are saying the same thing. Joey Spencer, George Groves said the glove was on improperly. That's all we need. The glove wasn't on correctly. And then now we see Tyson Fury, he went back to the Kronk gym, and you know, and I'm not doing this to shame or stain or taint the Kronk gym or Emmanuel Stewart's legacy, but you have someone from the general area, the same state, right? Look, Joey's from Linden, that's my man, Linden, Michigan to Detroit, right? 1 hour. You have a man from a small town in Linden, Michigan, and Detroit is an hour away, you know, 1 hour away. And he's saying the same thing that Steve Cunningham said, you know, that I said, Young Pharaoh, and a lot of other people. So this is becoming a bigger issue. Look at the man's glove, bro. There's no way you could tell me he's wearing it properly. And the other thing is, you have a lot of ignorance, right? You had a lot of ignorance where people are saying, oh, but the commission checks the gloves. I've already debunked that. Yes, they do check the gloves. And we all know, okay, put it this way. That's like me saying that Walmart is, the store is always right because Walmart hires good employees. You know, or it could be a store you like, because I know a lot of y'all don't like Walmart. But let's say Target. I like Target, you know. But that's like saying Target's always in the right because Target only hires the finest associates. So you mean to tell me at no particular Target is there somebody who's inept at their job, somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, somebody who doesn't pay attention to detail? It's inconceivable, because if you are a large group or a body, we are all human. Humans are liable to make mistakes, or, you know, some people are corrupt. That's like saying a police station never has had a corrupt cop in this particular precinct. It's probably not likely. There probably has been someone who worked with drug dealers or stole from drug dealers, or, you know, was more of a vigilante, dirty cop. So the commission, yeah, that's cool. They have a job. They're supposed to do it. But that doesn't mean 100% is getting done. Like I said, if the commission did their job every time, then how come judges that turn in the most horrendous scorecards that get ridiculed in the public for being unfair and slighted and slanted and biased, right? How come they get to work assignments 2 weeks after that controversial fight, a month? How are they getting big fight assignments if this is the same judges? How come they can't find like a more qualified judge and the same people be on assignments? So come on, miss me with that. Beyond that, going back to the glove situation, you look at gloves particularly. How come brother Nassim Richardson was the one who finally put a stop to Capetillo and Antonio Margarito's reign of terror with the illegal Paris plaster hand wraps? It wasn't the commission that discovered this. That fight took place in California at the Staples Center. My brother went to it live, right? And it was a trainer for the opposing team whose duty it is to get the fighter ready for the fight and protect his fighter at all costs. So he was able to protect his fighter before the bell even rang. Not the commission. The commission wasn't the one that said, hey, what's up with your raps? These look different. They look hardened. You know, it was caught by a trainer. There's a situation in my city, Fairfield, California. Look it up. Fairfield, California, 707. Say it backwards. You dig? Yee. Shout out to the flats, man. 707. Say it backwards. Fairfield, California. A few years ago, there was a situation where they had a fight about to commence again in California, where this first Wilder fight took place. I was there. It was in LA at the Staples Center. And in California, they had two kids about to fight, and one kid had heavier gloves and the other kid had lighter gloves. And somebody, not the commission, noticed, hey, his gloves look way bigger than his. And then they checked, and sure enough, one kid had on like 8-ounce gloves or something. The other person had, 14s or something, whatever size differential was. But it don't matter if it's 8 and 10s. Why is one guy wearing 8-ounce gloves, the other person wearing 10s? That is not fair. And you're about to have, and it was in a smaller division. So you're about to have one guy who's not as arm weary because his gloves are a little bit lighter. And if you don't think that stuff plays a part, the gloves, then you're sadly mistaken. Of course, gloves played a part, because if it didn't play a part, then everyone would wear the same ounce gloves. You would wear the same ounce gloves in sparring versus in a pro fight. If it didn't matter, why don't everybody wear 8 ounces in sparring? Because there's a reason for that. So shout out to Joey Spencer. Shout out to Steve Cunningham. And I agree with him. I don't know why more people aren't speaking. See, boxers, there's a lot of boxers who they don't want to burn bridges. They have personal relationships or relationships with networks, so they choose to remain mum and remain silent. And the more people that speak about this, and I'm not asking you to do what's wrong and speak on it when you don't see anything, but there's no way you can see this and say you don't see anything that looks peculiar. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with Steve Cunningham. I don't know why more people are not speaking. A lot of people, boxers take punches for a living. You're getting beat up and, having to play like you're not hurt when you're truly hurt. And there's only a handful of people talking about the obvious. That to me, that's cowardly behavior for the boxers that know what I'm talking about, know what Steve Cunningham's talking about, know what Charles Martin's talking about, knowing what Joey Spencer and others who have commented on this are talking about, Dewey Cooper, and they choose to remain silent. They want to remain silent, just to not stir any feathers. Listen, boxing is theater of the unknown. At the end of the day, this needs to be explained, and it's still to this day ain't been explained. We have had not one person explain this Tyson Fury shit that's going on. Bro, look. He's putting his finger through the thumb and look at Tyson Fury's face, bro. Look at the referee face. He looked disgusted. So this is a past fight. So this behavior,
once again,
this behavior is not looking right, bro. Look, Tyson Fury caught using gloves that weren't up to par. Then the referee looked disgusted with it. Look, what does this person say? You're defending a boxer who has tested positive for juicing and coke, ducked UCAD by feigning mental illness, had a fight stopped for suspect gloves, including giving up ever fighting in the UK to evade scrutiny. Tell me about putting gloves on. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. The more people, it's over, man. It's over. This ain't going away soon, bro. Look at that flick of the wrist. Woo! Look at that flick of the wrist, bro. Look at the flick of the wrist. What is this, bro? You have a 6'9", 260 plus pound, once he rehydrated in the first fight, pound man, and his wrists are bending back like gate hinges. Man, come on, bro. And then you look at both of the fights, you can see all his skin and stuff through the little hole, the little peephole on the glove. Man, if this look right, I don't know what to tell you. Don't watch my channel, bro. Steve Cunningham. Oh man, Steve Cunningham going in. Just saw your interview, Paulie Malignaggi. This is normal. We are dumb for questioning this. Really? How many times your gloves did this in your career? No one given a logical reason for this. To this day, LOL. It's still all love, bro. But damn, really? So Paulie responded. I didn't even watch that, bro. See, once again, oh no. Peep this. Yo, peep it. The funny thing about old media is this. They keep saying, oh, you're doing too much, or you're lying, or this doesn't make sense, and why would Fury do this? He's an innocent Christian and all this stuff. But nobody is explaining this phenom. Bro, his wrist is bending back like he in the Charlie Sheen movie, The Arrival and shit. Go watch the alien movie, The Arrival. They had these little aliens and they legs would bend backwards like this, bro. Bro, he looked like an alien. And ain't nobody, welcome to Earth. Independence Day looking ass. And ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Okay, shout out to Joey Spencer. Shout out to Steve Cunningham. Shout out to Charles Martin. Shout out to Dewey Cooper. You know, shout out to the people. Let's get this sport back, bro. Look at Wilder Glove. Why his stuff ain't doing this, bro? Where there's smoke, there's fire, and you getting smoked out. New media, digital mob. We the motherfucking mob. Oh my God, y'all got me. Shout out to Steve Cunningham though. You know, I don't understand why people refuse to talk about it. Like they scared or something. You scared to talk about it. Whatever. To each his own. We gonna talk about it. New media. Get it right. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.